The member from Renfrew, Nipissing, Pembroke.
My question is to the Minister of Energy. The Minister is one of the largest fundraisers for the Liberals by tapping into companies in his ministerial portfolio. He has one of the highest fundraising quotas in the Cabinet, and in his own words, he believes he's exceeding that quota. The Minister to the Liberal Party is like a living, breathing ATM machine. Does the Minister believe that it is appropriate for a Minister of the Crown to raise large sums of money from stakeholders bidding on projects that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, where he has the power to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Is that appropriate, Minister?
Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure whether I've ever had a fundraiser that required $10,000 like the Leader of the Opposition, but like everybody else in this room, like the Leader of the Third Party and the Leader of the Opposition, I hosted fundraisers, Mr. Speaker, and raised funds for the party, as all of us in this room have, Mr. Speaker. But, you know, I think the anger and the angst over there, Mr. Speaker, comes as much from the success of what we're doing on the job, Mr. Speaker, and it's a great, great deflection, Mr. Speaker. I think that the critic for the Conservatives, Mr. Speaker, is very surprised that the wind prices came in at 8.5 cents a kilowatt hour, Mr. Speaker, which is unprecedented, which they never would have expected, that wind would come in lower than the average price of generation in the system, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, I'll have more to say in the supplementary.
Supplementary. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Supplementary.
Again to the Minister. Speaker, there's a reason why ministers' personal assets are managed by a blind trust, while those of backbenchers and opposition members are not. It is because ministers hold a tremendous amount of power that backbenchers and opposition members don't. It is to protect the public from the influence of money in politics. Combined, the 7 successful bidders in his large renewable procurement round 1 gave the Liberal Party over $250,000. Those companies who gave no donations were unsuccessful. As the saying goes, something smells fishy in Denmark. How can the public have any confidence that the same favoritism won't be the order of the day in large renewable procurements round 2?
Question. Start the clock. Minister of Energy.
The independent electricity system operator conducts all of the procurement for the renewables, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Member from Addington is warned. Finish, please.
Mr. Speaker, we find out who the successful bidders are, Mr. Speaker, after the IESO has notified the winners, Mr. Speaker, and after it's been made public, Mr. Speaker. We have a fairness advisor, Mr. Speaker, to act as a neutral, disinterested and independent advisor for the procurement process. Published a report on March 10, 2016, following the announcement of the contracts. This report is available on the website, Mr. Speaker, and this is what the Fairness Advisor said. We are satisfied that the evaluation of the proposals was conducted strictly in accordance with the process set out in the RFP. We detected no bias or favoritism towards or against any particular proponent. And, Mr. Speaker, that Fairness Commissioner or the Auditor General, Denny Hotel, could have checked the record every single day.